Honey, let me tell y'all how I ended up in a coffin instead of putting somebody in one. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. As y'all can tell, I'm in the bed. So this is going to be a bedtime story time. Oh, I like that. Is there a bedtime story time edition? Is that a hashtag? I think I skipped. Okay. Y'all hear these dogs barking? They not my dogs, okay? So I live in Baltimore. For some reason, at nighttime, all my neighbors' dogs want to start barking. Like, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on, but they're definitely in the back alley. So if y'all hear the dogs barking or it sound like they fighting, I don't know what's going on. I'm not responsible. And I will call PETA if necessary, if it keeps happening any much longer. Okay? So back to my story time. So I share a lot with y'all. But I don't think I've ever really shared this with anybody because y'all be all up in my business because I put it here on YouTube. But I decided, let me give y'all story time because it just dawned on me. So if y'all don't remember, if y'all do remember 2018, before the panorama and the C19 was a thing, we was living good. We was having fun. We was out in the streets. We was partying. We was living our best life. But what I was doing, I was laying in a coffin, okay? I was laying in a coffin. You heard me right. A coffin, like coffin. Yeah, one of them, okay? So 2019, I had just started a mortuary school then. And, you know, Halloween rolls around. There's always so much stuff going on, like Fright Fest, the haunted trails. Okay, so me and my sister, we seen an ad pop up. It was for Six Flags Fright Fest, right? They always have Fright Fest. They had a new thing going on called the 30-hour coffin challenge. Sounds crazy, and it was a bet. Like, I really didn't pay it no mind. And it was, the rules were you had to go to Six Flags during the day, lay in the coffin for 30 hours straight, okay? You couldn't get up and you really couldn't go to sleep. So me and my sister seen it. It was a little bet. She was like, I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't do it. I said, I'm going to do it. I filled out the application thinking they weren't going to pick me. Why the fuck did they pick me? They picked me. They really picked me. And I'm like, okay, I can't be scared now. I already filled out the application. I talked so much smack to them, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I got to do it now. I can't back out. Like, what do I look like? Okay, so I do the 30-hour coffin challenge. I'm like, all right, I'm hyped. Let's go. Let's get it popping. I'm gonna make it. It ain't gonna be that bad. Which it really wasn't that bad. And the thing gonna go full circle in a hot second, but Six Flags really tried to play with me. Six Flags America really tried to play with me. After that whole debacle, what happened there, I ain't been back to Six Flags since 2018 because they really tried to play with me, okay? Especially the lady that directed that coordinated the coffin challenge. She tried it. She really tried it. And we was here. She seen me one day, but I'm gonna get to that. So what happened was, and I brung receipts like it's tax time, so I got videos and everything to show y'all. So y'all don't think I'm lying. Like, I am so serious. Like, I really did this challenge.
Diamond is the one that can tell us the difference between a coffin and a casket. Diamond, you still up?
Yeah. Only when I get up.
What's the difference between a coffin and a casket?
This is a coffin, a casket is rectangular.
Ah, she said a casket is rectangular. So these are coffins, what you're looking at right here, but a casket is more rectangular. Interesting. You don't know that from a mortuary street.
Once we get to Six Flags, They do this whole ceremony like they're laying you out in the coffin like a voodoo priest or whatever. It wasn't a real voodoo priest. It was just somebody dressed up and do this whole thing. News cameras, Six Flags live streamed it. It was so much stuff going on. So we got in the coffin. Let me give y'all the rules first, okay? So the only time you were allowed to sit up and get out of the coffin was when they give you a bathroom break. And like I said, it's not when we have to go to the bathroom, it's when they give you a bathroom break. So the whole 30 hours, I think we got like 2 bathroom breaks. The only other break we got to get out of the coffin was when it was time to do a challenge, okay? So those were the only exceptions to when we could sit up and we can get out of the coffin. Oh yeah, and to eat. And that was under their discretion. And they fed us once. It was Chick-fil-A? No, twice. I'm sorry. Chick-fil-A one day and then pizza the following morning, okay? We get into the coffin that morning, okay? That morning, really, before the park actually, oh, no. Actually, the park was closed when we first got into the coffin, all right? So once we get into the coffin, it was later on in the afternoon, in the day. So we laid out our sleeping bags, pillows, and everything. And I'm going to enter the clip and show y'all how I actually lined my coffin before I got in there, which was a little bit ghetto. I really wish it was more prepared, but they should have been prepared. Not only was it cold, it rained on us. They didn't think about the rain. Our coffins actually had water in it. And because we were so, what do you call it? I don't know the word to describe it. So we were in the coffins and it was rainy. They didn't have anything to shelter our head and to stop the water from getting in. So Six Flags went ahead and got umbrellas and tried to just, I guess layer the umbrellas over top each other so they cannot hit our face. But people's coffins were actually not filling up like it was flooded, but people's feet were wet. Like it was a good amount of water in there. Like I know the guy laying next to me, he had water in his at the bottom. So once we were able to get up to take that bathroom break, he had to dump his stuff out. Like
So
my
this is
feet was
actually
wet,
me
but I
trying
had, like,
to
3
fix
different
my
blankets. I
coffin.
had a
This
blanket
is the
stuff at the
first
bottom. I
break
was
they
in my
gave us.
sleeping bag, and I had
This
another
break
one.
was kind of to help us go to the bathroom and to get your coffin straightened up because you only have 5 minutes to do all of that in one sitting. And as you can tell, I have my sleeping bag, my blanket. I have a second blanket underneath. Dang, I actually got that pillow on my bed right now, but I was just trying to get comfortable because I realized it's cold and I didn't layer up for real. So yeah, your girl was out here struggling.
Just know, as much as you try to get comfortable, doze off, you're not going to go to sleep, okay? That's the purpose of this challenge, is to keep you awake for 30 hours. So I think the only time I was able to doze off to get some type of nap in was when it was raining, because the workers didn't want to sit in the rain. So they kind of left us unattended and I dozed off then. But once the rain stopped, man, they on your ass. Like, you got people in your face. You got people dressed up as clowns walking around with sirens, blowhorns. They're running and standing on your coffins, yelling at you to try to get you to quit. So all that extra work was basically to keep us warm, because we were not asleep at all. Like, there was no way that you can sleep because it was always somebody there to disturb you. So we're in here, we're doing the coffin challenge. Remind you, everybody that's coming into the park that morning was, they were stopping, they was talking to us, because it was like a regular day. The park was in operation after we've been there for like, 10 hours. We slept there that whole night. The park is in full operation. People are talking to us. They're interacting. We're asking questions. We're answering questions. We just couldn't get up. So, what was I going to say? how should I describe this? Okay, so there was a series of challenges, right? That's the only other time you can get up to, is they was going to take you to a challenge. So we had a challenge of going through a haunted house, and it wasn't as a group, it was individually. All right, so they take us one by one to get to the haunted house. Remind you, this is Six Flags. This place is big and it's dark as hell. Like, they even cut the light, like the little shadow lights they normally have, like down the sidewalks when you're walking through. They really cut those off, right? They got people jumping out the bushes, running on their hands and knees, sparks flying from like the little claws they have as they scrape the ground. I'm scared. Like, I don't play with stuff like that. But the point of us going through the haunted house was we had to try to collect tickets. The tickets were to give us an opportunity to have like an extra bathroom break. You get to get like time to stand up and stretch. You can even, I want to say, you could use your phone. I think one of them was to use your phone, because while we were in the coffins, we could not use our phone at all. There was no electronics for us to use. Like, you could bring a book, but you were never allowed to use your phone while you were inside the coffin, or you would be disqualified. So we did all that. And of course, my dumb ass, like, I don't like the dark. Like, I'm scared of the dark. Just FYI, do not laugh at me. Don't make fun of me. But I am very much scared of the dark. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just walking through. I'm not even looking for no tickets. Like, people is like jumping out at you in the haunted house. Like, they hiding behind stuff. They chasing you. And I'm just like, I'm just smacking stuff and running. They got stuff falling down the ceiling. I'm just trying to get out of there. Like, I'm not even looking for the tickets. And what made it so funny was I knew I messed up that challenge, but I was dying laughing when I went back and read the comments. Like, I had the red wig on the time. They were like, girl in the red wig is not even paying attention. She's not even looking. And it was so funny because I really wasn't. I was just trying to get up out of there. So what really made it fun was, like, on those little like 5-minute breaks that we had to go to the bathroom, you could look at your phone. And I was just kind of like scrolling through the comments, just looking. And of course, it was like you had your own fandoms in the comments. Like, I see my family or like people I didn't even know. They were in there rooting, like, girl with the red hair. Oh, I like the lady with the purple jacket. I'm like, people, like, it was a good experience on that point. Just being able to say, yeah, I did this challenge. I did it. I conquered it. Like, it was fun. It was a good experience to have, okay? But let me just spill a little bit of tea. It was the first year that Six Flags was doing this, and I'm in Maryland, so we only have one Six Flags here in Maryland. So the one in Maryland, we were the first ones to kick it off and do it before the other states started to do it. So the lady we had, she was very much controlling and bossy, because before we can do the challenge and before we started anything or doing interviews, she called us up, had all of us come down there to Six Flags to record a commercial. And remind you, everything that I'm about to tell you that we did, we were not compensated for hourly. We only got paid the $300 once we won the challenge, and we got paid, well, not paid. They gave us like the season passes when it came out once we won a challenge. But everything else before and after, we didn't get paid. And I'm about to explain to you, okay? So before we start the challenge, they would call us up to come to Six Flags to record a commercial. And of course, we are not actors or anything. Like, you don't give us a script. Like, you just tell us what to say, and then we have to record it. I guess we have to say it back into like a microphone. And she would get so frustrated because we didn't say it how she wanted us to say it, or she didn't like the expression that we had. And it's like, we're not professionals. We just wanted to sign up and do the coffin challenge. You didn't say we had to do commercials. So we did that. I think I did mine about 10, 15 times because I really wasn't into it. Like, this is before me even starting a channel or doing any of that stuff came out. So I'm saying it and I'm like, okay, whatever. And after the 10th time, she was like, okay, it's fine. We can go ahead and do it. Remind you, we never even seen a commercial. We did all this recording. We didn't see anything. Where's the commercials? Six Flags, where's the commercials? Because you ain't playing them and none of us was in there. Okay? Then, once again, we didn't get paid for that. So also, we did the whole challenge thing. Had fun, all that good stuff. I wouldn't call it publicity, but I mean, locally it was good. It was just something new for people to see, even across the United States. Like, the other Six Flags wanted to see what they could expect to happen or how would people reactions be to it. Okay, so once we do the challenge, right, she sends an email out to all of us. Okay, she want ideas. She want us to help her plan the next Six Flags Coffin challenge. Okay, cool, not a problem. We were under the impression that we were giving her ideas and we were going to come back for this next year to be as coaches. Okay, so we're just all shooting out ideas. She was like, yeah, I like this idea. This is a good idea. We're going to do this. You guys are going to come back. Okay, so up until the day before the new coffin challenge with the new people, and we were supposed to go there to be coaches, she sent the email saying that our services are not needed. Which was weird because you did all this for about 2 months, the communication, getting the ideas, how we're going to set everything up. The day before, you don't need us. So you took our ideas, went ahead to the new coffin challenge, didn't compensate us, and you really thought that was cool. You really thought that was cool. Not cool. The funny part about that was I really did feel some type of way about that. Fast forward, I'm not far from that area, so it's a spot called Jasper's. Like, they have, oh my God, like the brunch. If you know, you know. If you from like the Largo, Landover, oh my God, area, Jasper's is the spot for some brunch, okay? So I'm going to Jasper's one morning and I'm with my friend. He opens the door, and as I'm coming up to get in the door, she's coming right here at me, and she like look at me. You know how you have that like odd, like awkward moment, pause for like a couple seconds because you see somebody and you don't know if you're going to speak or if they're going to speak, and you like look each other up and down, and it's like, yeah, we had one of those moments. And she looked at me, I looked at her, because I wasn't going to speak to her, and I was going to see if she was going to speak to me, but she looked at me like, she gave me the look like, I know exactly who you are. I'm acknowledging that you're here, but I'm not going to say anything. And she looked at me, went about her way. I went on one side, she went on another side, but she tried it. Six Flags, your girl really tried it. But to be honest, would I do it again? Yeah, I would. Side note, I just remembered, y'all. I did a Bennett's Curse commercial too. Damn, but guess what? I never seen that commercial either. I wonder if they actually used one of my clips in the commercial, and this was before 2018. This was maybe like 2014, 13, no, 2013. But y'all, thank you for watching my video. Stay in tune. I love talking to y'all, even though I can't see what y'all saying right now. But yeah, if you know, you know what's good, what's popping. If y'all ever have any questions, concerns, comment below. You can find me on IG and message me. Anybody that has been to this page know that I do respond to messages. Okay? I do respond to messages. I need friends. I like talking to people. So if you want to have a conversation, just hit me up. DM me, hit that comment. Bye.